This portion of our show is called Case in Point. We focus on somebody who gives us a good example of how to move through your small business and grow the business despite recessionary adversity. My guest today is Greg Leach. He's the CEO of Beatrice Bakery in Gage County, Nebraska. And Greg gives us a great case in point as to how to adapt and adjust, as I said before, to recessionary pressure. Thank you, Greg, for joining me right here on this portion of NXBIZ Success.
Well, thank you, Lynn. Thanks for having me.
Now, you bake cakes. Is that right? You've been doing this since 1917?
We were a bakery since 1917. We've been baking cakes since 1960.
1960, okay. And at one time you were owned by Sarah Lee?
Yes.
Wow. And now you had some local investors in the Beatrice community
Yes.
buy the company back, what, in 2001 or so?
In 2002, we had 7 investors, local investors, that wanted to keep the jobs in Beatrice.
So there's a case in point, right, the way, as a way to appeal to the local economic development community, local citizens, to keep the job engine churning.
That's correct. That was our main concern, keeping the employees.
Now, you have a lot of reseller customers, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And over the years, especially the last 6 or 8 years, they've asked you to add more products to your lineup because they obviously love your product.
Right.
And their customers love it as well. And so how many cakes do you have in your total lineup right now?
Well, we probably have about 50 different formulas of cakes that we make right now.
Okay.
We are currently thinking about paring that back a little bit, seeing which products we're not making the profit on that we should, and our least amount of sellers.
Yeah. You know, as people come out of school or they want to emulate the success that you've enjoyed, what other tips would you give to them in addition to watching your profitability in terms of expectations and moving the company forward to the next
Well,
level?
it's all right to have high expectations, but don't have too high where you can't hit them. Always have a plan B. You want to be profitable, and as you grow, then you can spend more money on marketing and growing your sales. But don't set the bar too high where you can't reach it.
And what happens if you do that? I mean, is it a cultural morale thing, or is it your banker jerks back the line of credit, or what happens?
Well, it can be both, but it's more of a moral thing. You think, oh well, we didn't hit our goal again this year, so you always want to have a plan B.
And it seems to me that the implicit message here is that marketing is critical, but it's more expensive than you thought it would be. Am I reading it correctly?
Definitely, marketing is very expensive, and we sell all over the country, so it takes a lot of money to do that.
And you go to trade shows and get out there and sample, right?
Trade shows and sample. We feel like we have to get the product in the hands of the consumer for them to buy it.
Now, your key product is a fruit cake, right?
That's correct.
Now, there aren't a lot of people that are younger than 40 or 50 that spend much time or money with fruit cakes. Am I right?
That's right.
So as we wrap up here, what's the key factor for success, Greg?
The key factor of success is to get them to try it, and once they try it, they'll be hooked.
They'll get a young person to sample that product.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, fruitcake will be a staple in their life.
A staple, yes. Hopefully for year round.
Well, thank you, Greg Leach. You've done a super job here on this portion of NXBIZ Success. I wish you the best of luck. I don't think you need my luck. You're a sober, pragmatic, and a visionary leader as well. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Lynn.
We appreciate it. And this is our next section of Case in Point. Check us out next time. Here's where you get the great examples of what to do from real people that have done it just like you. If you're a small business person or an entrepreneur, there are many things going on around Nebraska you'll want to know about it. That's why we brought Heather Legg. She's a business consultant and a business coach with Envision Success in the Omaha area. She's going to keep us in the loop. What's going on in Nebraska? Heather Legg.
Thank you, Lynn. Let's talk about events and opportunities for Nebraska businesses. Grow Nebraska, a nonprofit marketing organization for small businesses, has teamed up with the University of Nebraska Lincoln Extension to offer a series of workshops on social media marketing, which is essential to increasing brand awareness and expanding your online business presence. Find out more and register at grownebraska.org. November 9th through the 15th is Smart Money Week in Nebraska. The week's activities are sponsored by the Nebraska Financial Education Council to help build financial knowledge. For more information on the activities, including Money Smart Kid Essay Contest for grades 6 to 8, visit moneysmartnebraska.org. The region's first ever Midwest Franchise Seminar will be held at Midtown Crossing outside Omaha, November 12th at the Marcus Theater. This is a day-long franchise education and networking opportunity. Learn more at omahachamber.org/franchise. Interested in developing a food business? Check out the University of Nebraska's From Recipe to Reality workshop, designed to provide entrepreneurs with an understanding of key issues when starting a food business. The first workshop will be held on January 9th in Lincoln. Call 402-472-2819 to register. IBM's 2008 Global CEO Study demonstrated that business model innovation is a new strategic differentiator. The Omaha Chamber Academy is offering education on implementing a business model innovation program Wednesday, December 9th from 8 to 10 a.m. Register online at omahachamber.org. Mark your calendar now for the 2010 National Entrepreneurs Week, February 22nd through the 26th. Nebraska has many activities planned, including Marketplace Conference, Wednesday, February 24th, and the Entrepreneurship Summit, Friday, February 26th. More information will be available soon on how to register for Entrepreneurs Week activities. Lynn, now you're in the loop.
Now we're in the loop. For more information, check out NXBIZSuccess.com. Thanks, Heather Legg with Envision Success. Well, this week's NXBIZ Success has helped us step out of the box and think differently about growth, hasn't it? In fact, a business expert recently said that business today requires the ability to play soccer and play chess simultaneously. In other words, you've got to move rapidly and deliberately at the same time. Now, we began our show with timely tips to attract new customers. Marketing pop-ups cuts through the theory to help you attract new customers. Our lineup of experts gave us insight after insight about personnel, cutting manufacturing costs, and bringing in new ideas from outside. Their rapid-fire delivery reminds us how quickly things change in today's business world. I want to thank Janelle Anderson-Erkey, Nick Neiman, Denise McGill, and Jim Zapersky for sharing so much of their hard-won expertise and giving this program a practical, timely edge. Come to think about it, this program reminds me of a high-quality fruitcake, full of diverse ingredients that add up unpredictably to a tasty educational treat. The Beatrice Bakery story reminds me of how our local communities step up to invest in small business job creation in rural communities. Greg Leach's advice on having a plan B when things get tough, that's invaluable. I'm Lynn Hinderrocker. Thanks for watching. Visit our website at nextbizsuccess.com, where you can find straight talk on real business issues when you need it.
NXBIZ Success is produced by the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Extension and Community Development Resources, with funding in part by the Nebraska Enterprise Fund, building partnerships for small and growing businesses.